We're just restarting the channel. I lost all my footage. We're gonna start a new project. We have a rolling harrow, a 40-foot rolling harrow from Unverferth, and we're gonna be mounting a cover crop seeder to it. But we do have some down corn, unfortunately. I think nearby it recorded about 106 mile an hour wind. I can't believe it went down.
This is gonna be a son of a gun.
Hello everybody. I have had a rough summer, I tell you. Spring and summer. We're just restarting the channel. Fall is upon us. It is August 18th. I lost all my footage. I mean, the majority of it, pretty much all of it. Corrupt SD cards, you name it. I've spent hundreds of dollars trying to get people to fix it. It's just all junk. And so anyway, went out and bought a brand new camera. This time an actual camera, not a action camera. I think I'm pretty well done with those, unless I'm just running it on the side of a machine or something to get footage. So anyway, we're restarting the channel. Harvest 24. Because that's, I mean, there's nothing else I can really do here. I lost the footage of my strip freshener build. I lost hundreds of hours spent on that strip freshener, just gone. But it is what it is. That's why well, you'll see a lull in my videos like 2 months, literally. That's what happened. So I figured I would just get that out there. Here's where we're starting. Right now we're taking the combine over to town. They're gonna go over it for us, with us, being that we have a John Deere now. We have no idea what we're doing. Obviously we could just read the ops manual, but it's a lot easier to just have an actual technician doing it while we're standing there saying, this is what you need to look for all the time, because some of that stuff ain't even in the book. That, and they've got some odds and ends that they wanted to cover. Heading that over now. When we get back, we're gonna start a new project. So I figured this would be a good time to really just kind of reset the channel. We have a rolling harrow, a 40-foot rolling harrow from Unverferth. We're gonna be mounting a cover crop seeder to it and kind of making our own high-speed cover crop seeder that we're gonna put deflectors on the 30-inch rows to do precision, to where we can leave our strips clean and have all the cover crop, all the poundage that we normally put on just in between the rows. Whether it works or not, I guess we'll find out, but that's what's going on. Good seeing you again. Dad and I were joking about them not sending the instructions. Holy cow, I wouldn't have sent it either. 43 pages. We couldn't even afford to print it off. Well, he wanted it stapled together. I didn't even know he had a stapler big enough to get through all those pages. So anyway, while he's doing that, I can kind of show you what we're doing here. A 1245D rolling harrow. This is a 40-footer. They actually make the cover crop seeder on a 37-footer or below. I don't know why they don't go any bigger, but we wanted a 40-footer, so we're kind of making our own. We've got a Valmar 6056 cover crop seeder, and we're just going to put this 40-footer together ourselves. We went with the 40 because transport width is like 2 or 3 feet shorter than a 41-footer. Because obviously 41-footer got a little overlap with the rolling harrow, but transport width is everything. It was a difference between 16.5 feet and like 13.6 or something like that. So anyway, we do have all the pieces here finally. We've been waiting on them for a little while now. It is red, even though we finally have gotten rid of all of our red equipment. Oh, you haven't even seen that. Oh, I'll just go show you that too. We got rid of the 305. We got ourselves an 8360 RT. Obviously not new by any means, but much nicer than that 305. We'll see how we like the tracks. So far, Dad brought it home and he hated it. But the reason he hated it was because the steering's not calibrated at all. As soon as you barely touch the steering wheel to the left, it throws you in the left lane. It's very dangerous. Other than that, we'll find out how it rides in the field. Good morning. It's kind of a foggy morning. Couldn't leave my house very early. It was actually a dangerous fog, so it's a little later in the morning, about 8 o'clock. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's fairly hazy. Anyway, Dad and I managed to get the base down off of the trailer. Got everything off the trailer anyway. Got the hitch on and tires, rear, what's the word I'm looking for? The rear jack. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. He has gone at a meeting. I have lime to haul, a lot of lime to haul, and I've been doing that off and on. That is what I'm going to be doing this morning. By the time I get back, he should be done with the meeting, and we'll continue on that thing. We're going to get the wings on, get the tires on it, hoses ran, to where that thing can actually be lifted, folded, everything hooked up to a tractor so that we can get the rolling baskets and the drums on. And then we can worry about getting the seeder on. So while the truck's warming up, I guess I can show you what all we got done to the corn head yesterday. We've been working on it for about a week. We had to change the stalk rolls. We put calmers on. We had the original John Deere stalk rolls on here, and they were shot, which doesn't surprise us. The head was used. I think they rented out a little bit, and they were shot, so we ended up putting some calmers on, which is Dad's favorite stalk roll. We did get the Devastator put on finally. This Devastator is the torsion spring system. All I know is that it's heck of a lot easier to latch and get on the cart. So we're happy with that. Whether or not it does any different in the field, I guess we'll find out. We did have to put the arms on for the reel. We got the reel set, put on there and set. We do have down corn, unfortunately. We had one variety just kind of lay over. I don't know why. It only had, I think nearby it recorded about 106 mile an hour wind. I can't believe it went down. But yeah, we do have some down corn, unfortunately. We got the yellow snouts on, or the yellow points on, and we got some snout savers put on just for that reason. We do have down corn now. So we just made some additions to the corn head, just made it a little better, in my opinion. Calmer stock rolls, Devastator, corn reel. Love the corn reel. Love putting that on. Love down corn. It's the best. The worst part is it was green snapped off about, I'd say a foot off the ground. And it's putting on an ear that was, I think I counted 16 by 38. So you got to pick it up off the ground. Not only is it bushels, but if you leave it there and you miss any, you're just going to have a mess the next year. All that corn's going to grow. When it stays on the cob there, it just stays over winter, and then you got a whole bunch of volunteer corn in your beans next year. Anyway, I do have about 600 ton of lime yet to haul. And the worst part is I can only get about 2-3 loads a day because it's so far away, the gravel pit. So we're just going to keep trucking along on that, and when the gravel pit closes, we'll just keep building the cover crop seeder, I guess. Okay, we're back from hauling lime. Only got 2 loads today, and it is almost 5 o'clock at this point. Had a few hiccups, road closes, some other stuff got lost. Anyway, now that we're back, we're going to continue on that rolling harrow. See how far we can get before it gets dark. We're hoping we can get the wings put on and the tires and all the hydraulics so that we can just hook it up to a tractor and go from there. Really went peacefully. I think we're gonna call it there for the night. Well, we haven't been working on this much. I've been hauling lime and Dad's been hauling grain, but whenever we're done, we take the time to get something done on it. Last night we ended up running a lot of the hydraulic lines. We did find out that I don't think we're gonna need this block out here. All that does is it just makes it to where you only have to send 2 hoses up to the tractor versus 4. Well, that's fine, but then it's just all in one remote, the lift and the fold. I think we're just gonna eliminate that block and end up getting 2 remotes put up to the tractor. That way we can lift with one, fold it up with the other, so we're not going through the field and accidentally put it in continuous or something, and then the wings start folding up and you got seed flying everywhere. Don't get me wrong, we would never do something like that, but to some rookie it might happen. Anyway, as I was saying, I did just get back from lime hauling, just that much closer to being done, but we still got daylight. Dad is over at Prairie State now. I think he's grabbing a couple of hoses, those extra hoses to run to the tractor, because they only give us 2. Once he gets back, we're gonna finish up running the hydraulic lines, hopefully get that thing folded up, maybe moved out of the way a little bit, that way we can start hanging the rolling baskets and drums and all that stuff. I was looking back on some of the footage on this camera, see how my focusing was and how the sound was. I've noticed that there's so many stinking sweat bees outside and flies. I mean, the sweat bees are just millions. You step outside and you almost get taken away. But anyway, there's so many out there that they're messing with the focus on my camera because they buzz up right here and then it gets all fuzzy and grainy, and it's like, so not only are they annoying me by just landing on me constantly, but they're messing with the focus of the camera. So I got to cut a bunch of stuff out that's not focused and whatnot because of the sweat bees. Sweat bees, really? Come on, man. All set up here so that we can get that system bled, get it hooked up to the tractor, and move on here. We'll have to wait on the wing fold until we get those hoses. There's one sitting here somewhere. And okay, right or wrong, we did figure out what these are for. They were not in the instructions, but we're assuming it's to hold the baskets onto the ground, give some more pressure on them, but there's one of many. These were supposed to go on easy. They're not going on very easy. Pry bar, yeah. Okay, we have managed to get the harrow completely done. Amongst running around, getting all the lime hauled, and Dad hauling the rest of the beans and his contracts for corn and all that. We haven't really had a lot of time to be working on it, but we finally got it done. We got the cedar moved over here, all the stuff pulled out of it that we're gonna need. But it is all together now. We may not be all together, but it's all together. Basically all we're doing now is we're just trying to figure out where the heck we're gonna put these seed tubes and hoses and all that other good garbage. Since everything's kind of in the way on the bar, the wheels, the bar itself is just, everything's in the way. So we got to figure out a way to get it mounted, and that's hopefully what we're going to be doing today. Getting that thing figured out, mounted, whatever you name it. Maybe we got our hoses into where we can actually fold the dumb thing now. So far the plan that we've got going on here is we're going to have 32 of those seed tubes spread out across the whole bar. We've got the rows marked. I don't know if you can see the black mark there, but we're going to set 32 of them out across the whole bar. Since this has 32 outputs, what we'll do is we'll either, I don't know if we'll set them on the row or between the rows like we've got them set now, and just maybe blank one off, or set up a divider to where it'll keep it off the strip. So if we set almost like a mud flap or something on each side of the row of that mark, 10 inches apart, to where cover crop seed just won't get into our strips. We don't know how we're doing this yet, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We've still got a lot of figuring to do here. Our biggest issue right now is figuring out where we're going to put these plates for the seed to bounce off of and down onto the ground, because the base has a lot of crap that you got to get around. They do make different bases, the rolling harrows, where the tires are inside the frame, to where you can just set those bars way out front here along the length of the bar, and you don't have to worry about it. But we don't have that one. That's probably why they only go up to 37 feet on these rolling harrow cover crop seeders, but we'll figure out a way. plan was to get it kind of close and then move that stand, but we just destroyed the stand, so. Fix the lines.
That's a black paint.
You'll be able to hold it.
When you get it hot enough, we will.
Okay, well, maybe we can actually try and get this thing folded up again. That was a doozy. Not sure what happened there. Turns out the tractor was out of hydraulic oil. After filling this, and we forgot it leaked on that moldboard plow last winter. Yeah, so that's not good. Well, we're getting a different tractor on it because we're having issues lifting the whole thing. The drums are so heavy and the 155 sits so low to the ground that it's putting pressure in the wrong places, and we just need the tongue up a little bit, and hopefully it helps. we managed to get most of the deflectors on. I need to put the rest of them on today, but I gotta run to the insurance company and get some other odds and ends done. I might come back later. I'm hoping I come back later so that I can get this side done. We managed to get some of the framework done so that we can mount some of these on the front ahead of the tires. We got some work to do yet.
Oh, yeah. I said, yeah, I think so too.
Okay. Got all the tubing and everything on. By the way, Jess was taking my car to the car show. I don't get to have any fun. We're gonna go ahead and fold it up because we need to figure out where we can route these hoses. It's coming together. We got the hoses left, and I think we're done.
That cylinder never gets any closer to the frame. That's a good thing. We can run tubes through there if we need to. This cylinder we can still get through, but it does run and get a little closer.
Yeah, that's weird.
And those come clear over flat. That's good to know. We need to grease those pivot points. That's not helping.
Yeah.
Not sure. See that hit the ground.
So I think.
Not sure we should move this short one to there.
Oh. Yeah, we could. Probably should.
And I'm actually not sure we should move the other end one that's short. Do a short.
Do the 3 shorts on right
Correct.
there.
Because of missing that tank with the hoses.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad plan.
We're missing everything.
Yeah, it folded anyway. And I think we can end up tying the hoses to the back side of this, right? It's a lot of hoses to.
Oh golly, and keeping them so they'll fold and all that good stuff. This is going to be a son of a gun.
That's why if you had like a stand built here, if you had a stand built up somewhere here, where it would be folding right out here. If you had the stand going out to the wings. But I'm not so sure how that would work on that side.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. Fold forward.
We might be able to look up a picture of their cover crop seeder and see how they routed their hoses.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
Granted, they've only got, 12 runs or something like that. That's why they can only go to 37 feet, is because they don't have enough outlets.
Oh, yeah, right.
But
so we'll just have to look at that, is it? It's not too bad, I guess.
I didn't do that. Well, I did zip tie.
I was gonna say, yeah, you did. Check the other side, I guess. That one's fine.
So I'm thinking we ought to turn that forward a little.
Okay. Might have to go a little wider. Can you push?
Huh. Not really.
I might be able to. We're not moving.
We're not moving. Is it even trying to start onto it?
No.
No.
Okay, well, we're experimenting with a few bracket ideas to hold these hoses on. So once we get those on, I'll show you a little bit more. It's finally done. That's all that matters.